We're here today with Will Speirs, who presented on A Tale of Two Utilities, a review of approaches to corporate strategy in the water industry. So Will, first off, we'll start with a big picture question. What do you see as the biggest challenge for water utilities in successfully developing and implementing a corporate strategy?
It's a really good question. I think one of the big issues is how do you properly define that challenge and articulate that challenge? Because it's not just the challenge to your staff, but it's the challenge back to customers as well. Like, we're common in the industry, we're always going out to educate our community about the solutions we're bringing, but we're not necessarily bringing them in on what the challenges that we're responding to. And I think that's a really good hinge to sort of make strategy effective and make strategy engaging for people. They can see what the challenges that they're trying to get over.
In your presentation, you discussed the importance of line of sight. So that's between the key challenges faced by an organisation, the objectives set by the organisation, and the activities its staff undertakes. Can you tell us a little bit more about the importance of line of sight when setting corporate strategy?
Absolutely. I mean, having that visibility of what the real challenge is, to bring that back to your day-to-day activities is what gives you your motivation, your engagement, and your ability to really influence that challenge. It gives you the room to move when situations change, when circumstances change, and you need to adapt what you're doing to better respond to that challenge that the strategy articulates. So having that line of sight is really, really important.
And getting staff engaged to make the strategy is very important. But do you find that some companies might actually do with an autocratic command style strategy, depending on the culture of those organisations?
So command type strategies are sort of the origins of the strategy, which is sort of how business strategies really started to come out, through the before about the 1950s and 1960s. It was very much, it was the business owner sets the strategy and the staff's job was to follow. And I think it really depends on the organisation, the context of the organisation. If you have a high-performing team that really responds to that kind of hierarchical way, and it's very kind of left-brained aligned, so very common in sort of engineering and sort of science-heavy industries. Sometimes that can work for your organisation, but it's about understanding what it is your staff need to achieve success. And you can go from there in shaping your organisation's approach to strategy.
And lastly, if there are any young professionals out there who want to get actively involved in shaping the strategy of their organisation, do you have any advice for how they should go about that?
Asking questions about where did it come from, how was it formed, not necessarily to challenge the strategy, but just to understand how it was developed, what challenges the organisation is trying to get through, and who in the organisation is influencing this. So I just keep encouraging them to ask questions.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time, Will.
Thank you.
Thank you.